Hey there, friends and family. My name is John.
And this is Maria, and we're not only your co-hosts of 20 to Life, we're also a husband and wife team of over 25 years.
20 to Life is a lighthearted podcast about, well, pretty much anything and everything.
Listen to us casually talk about a wide variety of topics, anything from story time to trying new things to the occasional DIY project. Yeah.
Come chill with us through our random chats, follow us on the socials, get to know us, and let us get to know you.
And welcome to 20 to Life.
Hey, friends and family, this is John and Maria again with 20 to Life podcast. This is our second formal episode, and Maria's got something fun lined up.
We're going to play a game. Well, it's not kind of a game. It is, if you watch YouTube videos or TikToks or Instagram, whatever, where there's like couples, they do this thing like who's more likely to, and they have their eyes closed and they point at each other. And so I thought we're going to do a spin on that.
Okay.
I found a bunch of who's more likely to questions. I have not read them, so I hope they're good. I just found a couple's who's more likely to questions website. And I figure we can ask, and after the question, we both say who, and then we discuss. Okay. Instead of having our eyes closed and just pointing at each other, which is kind of weird.
Okay.
Not saying that those people are weird. I'm just saying I'd feel weird doing that.
Well, I'd feel weird doing it for a podcast.
Yeah, nobody would see us. It would be it would just be quiet.
It would be a very, very short. It would be like, hey, who's more likely to? All right, who's more likely? That would be super.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. So,
you want to just jump right into it?
I kind of
want to tell everyone what you're drinking today?
Oh, just a Gentleman Jack. That's all I'm sipping on.
And I have a Good and Gather cucumber mint sparkling water. And I also have a glass of Agitator bourbon barrel aged red wine. So those are my two drinks today. That was a lot. It was like a tongue twister.
I got a backup of a Fresca peach citrus.
Yeah. So okay, here
all right,
we
so
go.
hold on. What are the rules? You say you're just going to read the question.
And then we got to say who.
And then we say who.
And they might have a discussion.
Like
or it
together?
might not.
Like as soon as you're
I'm done with the question.
Okay.
You say me.
All right.
Or Maria.
All right.
And if I say me, they know I'm talking about me because my voice is very different than your voice. I hope.
Me.
Yes, that's exactly how I sound. All right. So you ready?
I am.
Great. Who's more likely to forget an anniversary?
Maria.
Me.
1,000%. How many years have we been married?
25 years.
Oh yeah, well that's a big one.
It's a big one, I know.
Yeah.
But I'm not good with dates. It's not that I know when we got married now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just might not be paying attention to the date.
Right.
Plus, we don't give each other gifts really, and since we don't give like like when you're a kid and Christmas is coming, you like there's excitement, like oh my god, what am I gonna get? You remember it's Christmas.
Right. Birthdays, same way, right? I mean, we're not huge
really,
on birthday gifts either, but
we're not big gift givers. So I always plan something around our anniversary, like oh we're gonna go away and do this, or we're gonna go do that. So then I just might forget the actual anniversary, but I plan the celebration
around it.
And you never plan a celebration.
That's true.
So
I'm a terrible planner. I'm a terrible event planner.
Yeah. Who's most likely to send a dirty text to the wrong person? You.
Me. 1,000%.
Yeah, because I don't send dirty texts.
I was going to say, hey, you don't send dirty texts. Well, there's really no B. No, that's just
I was going to say, is B you send dirty texts to people?
I mean, dirty texts? No.
But who would be most likely to send a text to the wrong person?
Oh, that would be me. For sure.
Yeah. I'll be like, oops, I was just talking to you.
So if you were to be a dirty text sender,
you would
be more likely to send it to the wrong person.
Yeah. I would not know how to dirty text.
I mean, dirty text could be anything, right? Like
your socks are on the floor in the bedroom.
Filthy,
gross.
Filthy. And that would go to the wrong person. So
probably.
Somebody would be like, how do you even know that? You haven't been to my house in months.
That would be funny. Pick up your
You
socks,
should just start texting random stuff like that to people.
filthy person, you.
Burn.
Who's most likely to forget why they walked into a room?
Oh my
You.
God, me! I do that 1,000 times a day.
It's almost like you do it on purpose. Like,
No,
you do it so much.
I assure you, I don't do it on purpose. It irritates me more than it irritates anybody.
It feels like sometimes I'm like, seriously, I
Man,
forgot.
I hate that. So
And then
much.
it
I
makes
wish I
me
knew
forget why I walk in a room.
Like, you know what? When I was talking to my mom yesterday, I remembered the guy's name who was a stunt man for the Incredible Hulk. His name is Manny Perry. He was like a bodybuilder.
I want to Google that to see if you're right.
No, I'm 100% right. I even Googled it yesterday. My mom, when I was a kid, I believe it was my mom, worked with somebody who knew him, whether it was like their nephew or something like that. And I got an autographed picture of the Hulk running next to, this is how old it was, a TWA aircraft taking off. And he was running along the flight line, obviously from a significant distance away. And it was signed, you know, Manny Perry, the Incredible Hulk, or something like that. And I can remember that dude's name,
But not why you went into the kitchen.
you know, 35 years later, but not why I walked from right here to right there in 11 seconds.
Right here to right there. Where is that for people that can't see what here and there is?
I mean,
10
walking
feet?
from right here to right there. So I'm pointing from the room that we're sitting in to the kitchen, which is
like
about
10 feet away.
10 feet away. Maybe more, but not
All
more.
right. Who's most likely to flirt with the server at a restaurant? You.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yep.
flirt with everybody.
I mean,
All the females, I
is
mean.
it flirting?
Well, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
It's
you
just having fun.
You definitely flirt. But who's most likely to get flirted with? At?
Flirted to?
Two.
I'm not sure what the right
I don't
answer
even
is.
know what that question was. Never mind.
Are you saying that you are more likely to be flirted with than I am?
Yes.
All right.
I think people will flirt with me more than they would flirt with you.
I don't know. I differ. And you know why?
You differ?
I beg to differ. My opinion differs from yours. Because, and you know this, you are
smile. I
You
don't.
are a little bit intimidating to people.
I'm not
So-
intimidating. I just don't invite people in. I
Right.
don't just like sit there like,
Hence-
hi,
Hence,
how are you?
less likely to be flirted with.
I just do this.
RBF.
Yeah.
Boom.
But I do say thank you and a smile.
Well, I mean, I'm not
I'm
saying,
nice, I'm
not
polite.
saying you're impolite.
No, I just don't invite strangers
Right.
into my bubble.
And I'm all like, what up, stranger?
Yeah. Sometimes
Give
you
me a
kind of
hug.
have an asshole look.
Well, that's when that person's being an asshole.
No. Sometimes you just
Mostly.
look like you're about to kick someone's ass. And I'm like, well, what's wrong? And you're like, nothing. I'm
That's
totally
just how it
happy.
looked. Yeah.
Yeah, you have resting asshole face.
Raph.
Raph.
I have Raph. Hashtag Raph. We just created a new thing.
Right. All right. Who's most likely to embarrass the other person while drunk? You.
Oh, wow. I was actually thinking about that.
And you.
Nah, but it's probably me. I mean, I've
You get
probably done
super
it.
like crazy.
Crazy?
Like, I don't know. You think you're funny. Like you're normally funny, but when you get drunk, you think you're funny.
It's because I am funny.
No, you're normally funny, but when you're drunk, you're kind of annoying.
Oh, obnoxious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll accept that.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody who's been drunk with me knows that.
Hey, baby.
Really? That's
Yeah.
what I do?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done that.
You do it all the time.
I don't even know how to do that.
It's like your stupid way pointing.
Ooh.
Like, hey.
That's it. That's my move. Wow, that's terrible. I'm never
And for
gonna do
those
that
listening, he shimmies. He like has a little shimmy dance, and he's like, "Hey, baby."
Again. Who do I hate, baby? I don't
Everybody.
even say that. Hey, baby. I don't say those words.
Yes, you
I
do.
say them to you, hey, babe. I don't baby anybody.
You get
Oh
like,
my God, I'm never drinking again.
put that drink down then.
Mm.
Who's most likely to get cold feet on our wedding day? Well, neither one of us did. That's a stupid question. Next. Who's most likely to post a kissing picture on their Instagram? You.
Really?
Yeah, I don't look good kissing.
Never really. paid
I'm the
attention
better
to how
kisser.
look
I just don't
kissing.
look better.
That's a weird thing to say. That wasn't the question. So,
I'm just saying.
I don't. I mean, I guess.
I think
maybe.
I don't have a
know.
good kissing face.
Does anybody?
Some people look really pretty when they kiss. I'm not that person.
I've never really paid attention to what a kissing face looks like. Next time I see a movie with people making out, I'd be like, "Oh, I get it."
You
There's
just
a good
posted one,
kiss-
I think.
Yeah, but that was a fun one.
I still look terrible.
Yeah, but I was funny. I was drunk.
Were you drunk?
Oh, yeah, yes, that makes sense. Oh, man, I am funny when I'm drunk. Oh, you lose. I'm totally funny. Never embarrassing, ever.
Oh my gosh. Who's most likely to buy the other person a gift they hate? You.
That's impossible. I don't buy gifts. I'm
But when
so
you
bad
do,
at that.
it's 50-50. It's
It
the
is
best
definitely
gift
50-50.
better, or it's like, what? I would have bought this myself. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a really
Yeah.
mediocre gift giver.
But when you give a good gift, it makes up for
Damn,
like the
it's
previous
good.
5 bad gifts. Like your gifts are so good when they're good. That's probably why we should only just give gifts like every 5 years.
I'm down with that.
It works out better that way.
Yeah, I mean, plus, I don't know. We're not really big gift givers anyhow. We just do stuff and get stuff when we need it. So,
And yeah, and I think too, like when you give a gift, you're like, I hope you like it. So then that's like the excitement. And if I give you a gift, I'm like, oh my God, wait until you open
love
it. Like you're going to love it.
Yeah,
It's
but
so
like,
amazing. So like
am
I
so hit or
pre-excite
miss,
you.
But the thing is, I'm so hit or miss on gifts.
Ooh.
Where if I excite, like if I try to build it up, man, it better live up to that.
Yeah.
And with my track record, if I build up something that good and it's like pajamas,
And remember when you
That's gonna be
thought that
so
I figured out
disappointing.
what you got me that I snooped and I didn't when you got me the Louis Vuitton wallet? That was a good gift. That was a really good gift. So this is a funny story. We'll share it.
all right.
So how old? It was like my 30th birthday you bought me a Louis Vuitton bag?
I don't even
Something
know if
like
we were
that.
old.
32-ish,
Maybe 30, maybe
somewhere
30.
in the early 30s. And you followed up the Louis Vuitton bag with a Louis Vuitton wallet.
Duh, can't have one without the other.
But when I bought the bag, like you bought me the bag, but we went to the store so we could have the whole experience because it was my first luxury purchase. And so we went into the store and we looked at the bags and I picked out the one that I wanted, blah, blah, blah. But while we were there, I also looked at the wallets and they kept handing me the wallets in the boxes. And I remember distinctly grabbing a box and shaking it, going, oh, I'm going to have one of these one day. And so when you handed me the gift, and I always shake the gifts before I open them, and I shook
And you know what's
it.
crazy? She's the kind of person that ruins every movie because she figures it out, and she also ruins gifts because she figures them out. She's like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, well, I shook it, and when I shook it, it instantly brought me back to that moment in the store. And I was like, oh my God, you got me a Louis Vuitton wallet. And you were like, so when did you find it? And then I got really excited because I was like, oh my God, really? You did? I thought I was totally wrong. I
And
thought
I'm
I was
like,
messing around and I was going to
so
open like
disappointed.
a friggin' Ann Taylor Loft wallet. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that, but there's
it's
a different
not
level
it's
of
not a
excitement.
Louis.
Yeah, it would be like, oh, sweet, that's a nice wallet versus, oh my God. Do you know how much those wallets cost? They cost more than the purse. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I still have the
Something
wallet.
like that.
It's broken now. But that wallet I used every day for like 15 years.
A long time.
Yeah. Long time.
Yeah, I mean, cost per use, man. That was 100%.
And if
worth
I
the
just
dough.
bring my butt to the Louis Vuitton store, I can get it fixed. But of course, I tried to do that right when COVID started. So, no, it was Easter. I tried to do it on Easter. Well, I guess that was COVID, right?
No, it was before that.
It was a holiday or something.
I
Something
mean, it might
was
have been
going
Easter.
on
I'm
that they
saying
had to
COVID
close the
started
store,
before
and
Easter.
I couldn't bring it to get fixed. Maybe it was a year ago. It's been sitting there for a year waiting. It's been a while. I need a new wallet. Guess it's time for another gift. All right.
And there's another opportunity for me to blow it. But
Who's most likely to use a hall pass to sleep with the celebrity of their choosing? You.
Me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's actually kind of funny. Maria has this thing where, no, I have my hall pass crush or whatever, but I would never ever act on that because there's like a whole thing built around that. And what if they ruin?
Yeah,
their
they would ruin
fantasy?
it. They would suck.
What if they're like a
probably.
horrible kisser or they just?
I'm just gonna say, LL Cool J licks his lips too much. He probably sucks at kissing, so I don't want to. Thanks, but no thanks, buddy. Not gonna happen, LL.
He's like, good because I'm married, so whatever.
So am I. But I'm just saying because I could be his hall
And
pass.
whereas I'm like, oh really? That's an opportunity? Why not?
As long as she wants to do what I want.
Ew.
I'm just saying. Who's most likely to fall asleep during a movie?
Oh my
You.
god, I do it all the time.
You did it last night.
When?
Was it last night that we were watching the movie?
What movie?
Richard Jewell?
Oh no. No,
Night
it was
before?
2 nights ago, yeah.
Whatever night it was. You fell asleep. You had a good nap.
I did have a good nap, but I caught most of the movie.
It was really good. You missed it.
I didn't miss much. You know what? That's funny. Like I learned, this whole time. So when did that happen? 1980. What?
I don't know. At the
I
Olympics
forget
in
the
Atlanta.
I forget the
whenever
year.
they
But
were.
I was
We were
10
young.
10 to 15, somewhere in that range when it happened. So my whole life up until now, I guess I never really researched that and went back and was like,
Oh,
oh,
who
let me
would
see
research
about
it?
Richard Jewell, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But my whole life, I thought he was guilty. I thought he'd done it. And hashtag spoiler alert, if you haven't watched the movie or you don't know about the
It's
whole
his real
case-
life, so it's not like spoiler alert. It's what really happened.
No, but I mean, like, if you're like me and you thought
Oh,
this
yeah.
whole life that,
The poor
that Richard
guy.
Jewell was like the Olympic Park bomber or whatever.
And he's not.
He's not.
Somebody else admitted to it.
And it was like, wow, holy shit. This my whole life I thought that dude did it.
Who's
Kind of a
most
wild
likely to write a love poem?
Me.
You. You did once.
I used to.
Yeah.
I've got a
But
small-
it was like more, it's your love poems are more like creepy love poems.
Ew.
They're like, not creepy.
Like, what the hell? Like stalker love? I'm watching outside your window. What the
No,
hell?
they're like dark, not creepy.
Thank you.
Dark.
That's
like you have like a the guy with the heart in the floor guy. What's his name?
Edgar Allan Poe?
Edgar Allan Poe. Yeah.
Telltale heart. Yeah.
Yes, the Telltale Heart. You're like Edgar Allan Poe style
Ooh.
writer.
Wow, I could be super famous.
They're very good, but they're just more darker. Like you have to like know you and you have to know what you're talking about, I think, to really understand that it's a love poem and not dark. I feel like
Now I kind of want to go find them.
write another poem. I have
No,
it in a frame somewhere.
I want to find them though.
I
Is
have.
it-
Well,
I
you
had,
have
like,
a
a-
book of them.
Yeah,
I don't
somewhere.
know where that is. It's in storage with the photos, I think.
I'd be curious to read them back now and be like, wow, what the hell is wrong with you, kid?
Yeah, but they were good. They're really good.
Maybe we'll print one
Yeah.
one day. We'll see.
Who's most likely to get a hideous tattoo? Me. I mean, I don't think any of my tattoos are hideous, but I'm just more likely to get a tattoo, so it would have to be me.
Well, not only that, but you're more likely to be like a little more spontaneous because you have more than I do. So you're like, I'll try that.
Well, for
And then be
me,
like, damn.
because you get a tattoo and you think about it and you stew on it and you want to sit with it for like years. Where for me, I'm like, this is where I was in this point in my life, and this will always remind me of that, like a photograph that I get to bring with me everywhere.
Yeah, even if it's a
So.
shitty photograph.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, you don't really have any
I
bad
don't think
tattoos.
any of my tattoos are necessarily bad. I mean, they're not like the highest quality, best,
Yeah, you don't-
famous tattoo
Right,
person.
you're not like Kat Von D
But-
quality.
Right. Well, I would never tattoo someone's face on me either, so.
Well, I'm just
There's
saying
that.
she's killer quality.
But like she does like portraits and stuff on people, and so yeah. Plus, I wouldn't want a tattoo from her either.
So if you hear that little weird background noise,
Our dog is cleaning
Chihuahua
himself.
is over here cleaning himself, chewing his nails, and all kinds of other stuff. I think Maria's going to take a picture of him doing it, and then we'll
Yes.
You can see it on the Instagrams. I'm sure it'll be up well before this
Oh
podcast
my
makes
gosh, you look so cute.
it.
The cutest.
All right.
All right, photo
What do we
taken
got for
on the IGs.
next question?
All right, next question. Who's most likely to take a nap in the middle of the day? Me,
Yep.
all the time.
Literally happens all the time. It's
Yeah.
like somebody wrote these questions for us,
Yeah.
except for the cold feet at the wedding thing.
Yeah, that was
But
stupid.
all the rest of them are like,
Well, I skipped a couple because I was like, I'm not saying that one on the mic. Goes back to the dirty text. Nope.
oh, boy.
So yeah. Nap in the middle of the day. There's nothing. You know what's funny is like, remember when we first got married, I couldn't nap in the middle of the day. Like I'm up until it's time to go to bed. Then I had kids, and the only time I could sleep was when they were sleeping. And then I learned just how glorious a nap in the middle of the day is. And
And
now
then it
if I
kind of
go,
became a thing.
yeah, if I go too long without one, then I'm like, oh my God, I need a nap in the middle of the day.
What do we call them?
Fun breaks.
Fun breaks. Just
A
take
little break from the fun.
Yep.
To
little break.
recharge the battery, feel good again, and boom, back to fun.
Whoop! There it is.
Yep. Who's most likely to get in a car accident? You.
Oh, that's probably me. Yeah.
You're a horrible driver.
I mean, you. Think
I
I'm
mean, you're not a
driver?
horrible driver. You're not. You're just not. Well, I was gonna say as good as me, but
We have very different opinions on what a horrible driver is. 'Cause
your
I'm like-
driving is just not erratic because you're not an erratic driver, but you're just more spontaneous behind the wheel of a car
and
than I
you're-
am.
And you're
Cautious.
so less spontaneous. It's almost like you're afraid to drive, which is like,
Well, I kind of am afraid
which is
to
the
drive.
other side of,
hate
which is
driving.
the other side of bad driver. If you're like so cautious, then it becomes.
Yeah, I'm not
dangerous.
that cautious.
I'm not like Ricky Buck and Bobby, Talladega Nights and stuff.
No, you're not. You're not.
But I am probably more likely to get in an accident. I mean, I'm a guy. I
Yeah.
think guys are more likely to get in accidents anyhow.
Who's most likely to cry over a sad movie? Totally me. Which is
I was
funny
like,
because
don't
I
you dare
used
say
to
me.
never really cry in movies, and then again, like it's like you get old and all of a sudden you cry at everything. I can cry, like I cried during our meeting at work today. They played a song. This guy wrote a song. The whole everyone in the country is dealing with everything emotions right now with George Floyd, and this employee, and it's on YouTube, so it's not like I'm sharing anything private for work. They said it was on YouTube and we're open to share to whoever. But this guy we work with was having a conversation with a friend of his, and his friend then wrote a song and said, hey, I want to play this song and I want you to sing it. And they did, and they put it on YouTube, and they put all the pictures of everything going on right now. And it was just so beautiful and so moving. I was crying during a work meeting. It's a good thing we're working from home.
Right?
So yeah,
Although-
I can't
what was the
even
last-
work without crying.
What was the last movie that we both
Onward.
yeah, like Onward,
Yeah.
which is
A Disney Pixar movie?
whatever animated film.
We both
but,
cried.
But the end of it was so touching. It was like, oh boy,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Got the old choked up.
It's a good movie. We definitely cried during
And
that
I can't
one.
remember the last time I like cried at a movie. Maybe E.T. I don't know.
Wow. Who's most likely to sing along to a pop song on the radio? You.
This guy right here.
All you have to do is say the title of a song.
Don't do it, man.
I won't.
I'm like an earworm person. Like if somebody gets a song in my head, I'm singing it all day.
Yeah.
Maria says all the time that living with me is like living in a musical because
is.
I will literally just start singing, washing dishes
All the time.
like whatever.
And then our kids are like that. Well, not Nakai, but Allie and Corey are. So you started singing the song in the garage the other day, and then Corey walks by and she finishes singing the song, and I'm just dying laughing.
I was really proud of her too because she's only 20 years old and that was Blink-182. I mean, it was like all the small things old Blink-182.
I know. Now you're gonna start singing it.
No.
Who's most likely to quit their job on impulse?
You.
Me. You will just think about it and talk about it and talk about it and talk
And I'm
about
like, yeah,
it,
I'm good.
and then never do anything.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, you know what? Screw you. this talent is going somewhere else.
Boom. Nailed it.
Peace out. Not anymore. I like my job now. I have a really good job. Who's most likely to throw a fit during a game of Monopoly
Ugh,
besides
you.
my mom?
You.
Me?
I mean,
I don't
A,
think so.
you don't
I don't
have the
think either one of
patience-
us would.
You don't have the patience
Well,
to
one-
sit through a whole game of Monopoly.
No, I don't.
So,
I would probably be like, all right, I'm done. Just because I'm done, not because I'm losing.
I mean, I'm like kind of, yeah, like, oh no, we got to that point and I'm done. That's not a fit, but that's about the most fit either one of us would throw in a game.
Yeah, we're not really fit throwers for games. But you do cheat. You totally, all the time.
I don't cheat at all.
You do. Well, no. So you cheat because you want to win. When I cheat, it's more for fun because I'm not taking it serious because it's a game. So I do tend to piss some people off because I will, if I like the game is stupid, I'll cheat.
Or not.
But like it's openly cheating. Like I'm telling you, oh look, I'm gonna cheat. Boom, boom, boom. And then people get like,
oh,
seriously,
I'm gonna
it's a
deal
game.
out of order. Nobody can yell at me.
Yeah, and people do get upset with me. So if you take games seriously, I am totally not the person to play a game with.
Unless it's like Uno. And even then,
then.
I don't know.
Yeah. Who's most likely to go skinny dipping with their friends? Neither one of us.
Yeah, I mean, not with my friends.
I just wouldn't go skinny dipping.
Oh, I would. But not with my
I mean, like by
friends.
yourself in your pool and no one's around, sure. But with friends, like maybe if I was 18, like
I don't even know if I'd have done it then. With friends? Like, I'm like, no, you guys go ahead. I'm good.
yeah.
Maybe I'm a little L7 like that, a little square. But
I just yeah,
don't really have
that's
a-
not my thing. Oh, I can't ask this question.
then don't.
It's bad.
Wow. Okay.
Who's most likely to get jealous over something silly? I don't think either one of us are jealous types.
I don't really think so either.
I don't really get jealous of anything.
Nope.
Yeah.
That was kind of a lame question.
Oh yeah.
I mean, but if we had to answer who would be more likely, I mean, since you asked it.
Who would be more likely to get jealous over something? I can't see either one of us really getting
Yeah.
jealous, so
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
weird
not
because-
us.
Yeah, and that's kind of goes back to us being so young when we got together,
Yeah.
and we didn't really have any. Like, we were pretty open through everything, so it's like all the little jealousy things. Anytime we had anything like that, it was just like, hey, what about this? And you're like, oh yeah, no. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
cool. So yeah,
Why you gotta make it seem like I'm the one?
or not you,
Like
but
you're
I mean,
always
like,
asking me stuff.
You know what I mean?
That's because guys would flirt with me more than girls would flirt with you.
I
See?
know what I mean.
Just proves my point from the earlier question. I'm just saying. Who's most likely to leave the dishes in the sink for days? Me.
They would stay there for years if nobody lived here.
No. I would just use paper plates.
True.
I don't do dishes.
There's an alternative.
Like I can't. It's disgusting. It makes me want to throw up, and I have nice nails. So
Jules,
It's-
not Jules.
yeah, I can't like be having my
Which
hands
kills me
in
because you're
water.
like, man, it's cool. I'll clean the bathroom.
Yeah, but I'm not doing that like multiple times a day, every day. But with people's
Blech.
leftover food that they had the fork in their mouth, and then it's like all their baba, and then back in the food, and then they leave the food in the baba and the
You don't
grossness.
leave the food. That's part of the problem.
People
You
do.
just leave the food chilling in the sink. That's gross.
Yeah, but even when people scrape it, they don't scrape it. They don't rinse it right, and it's disgusting, and it makes me want to throw up. And I'm just not. I can't do dishes.
That question wasn't even about dishes. Oh, it was. It was.
was.
Who would leave them in the sink?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's most likely to pick a crappy movie to watch? You. Were you gonna say me?
No, I was definitely going to say me, and it's probably like all the stupid documentary shit that I watch.
Yeah.
So I'll watch all kinds of ridiculous documentaries,
Conspiracy
things
theory.
like conspiracy theory stuff, aliens.
Look at these 4
All the
presidents. They
things.
all got assassinated, and let's talk about all the things that they have in common.
Oh my god, yeah, that was the one we watched the other night. That was actually kind of interesting.
I went
but
to bed.
I won't get into that.
See, I don't fall asleep during a movie. I just get up and go to bed.
That's
Like,
falling
yeah,
asleep
no.
during a movie.
That movie was boring. They have the same birth year. This one's person had this last name, and the other one held their last name. It's stupid. All right.
If anybody's curious what she's talking about, and I'm not going to get too deep into it, but
Abraham and Kennedy, look it up.
Abraham Lincoln
And
and John
John
Kennedy.
F. Kennedy. That's what I
Abraham and
said.
Kennedy, that's weird. You can't do a first name and then a last name.
right.
Abraham and Kennedy. Lincoln and John.
People knew what I was talking
If
about.
you said Lincoln and John, nobody would know. John who? Lincoln and me, John?
Everybody knew what I was talking about. I'm just saying.
They all did.
They all did.
Anyways.
Whatever. Who's most likely to win a board game? Ooh, not me. Well, and then the next question is like the same thing. Who's most likely to throw a fit when they lose a board game? Didn't you already ask
Board games
that?
are just luck anyhow. It's like
Yeah,
roll the
that's
dice, do the
stupid.
thing.
All right.
That's dumb.
Who's most likely to bring home a stray puppy?
You.
Me.
1000%.
I would bring them all home. I just don't want them. Like, I want to bring them home and, like, rehabilitate them and then find them their forever home. Their forever
Yeah, but then
home.
they end up in our forever home, and
That's not
no.
true. I found Jack a home.
Yeah, a year later.
He had a lot of work to do.
Jack was a cool pup, though.
Yeah, I
He's a
saw his
pain in the ass,
picture
but
the
he's a
other
cool
day,
pup.
and I wish we had him back.
Well,
Who's most likely to throw out the other person's items? Me.
you.
I hate holding on to stuff. And you like holding on to stuff.
Yeah, I'm a pack rat.
Yeah, I just throw it away.
I mean, I'm not like a hoarder pack rat, but I'm like, oh, that was cool when I got it, and I have a hard time getting rid of things that either are sentimental value or cost a fair amount of money that I just don't use
You
anymore.
keep stuff that has zero sentimental value. What
That's
are
probably
you
because
talking
it cost
about?
me a lot of money, and then I'm like, oh, I
No,
can't throw that away.
you don't throw away things that cost $1.
Give me an example.
All the nails in your toolbox.
Because you never
And
know
then,
when
like,
you're gonna need
15
nails.
years later, you're like, I'm going to throw all these nails away. Who's going to go through them all and organize them? Well,
Did
you
I
should
say
have
that?
got-
Who's gonna go through and organize nails?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
Or you said, I'm not going to go through and organize all these. I'm like, then why did you keep them all? Get rid of
Well,
them.
because it
And,
started with
and then I
one.
said, get rid of them. And you're like, well,
I might
I
need
want to
'em.
look through them first. And I'm like, you just said you weren't going to look through
Oh,
them.
man, I asked you for an example of being a smartass, and you had an example. That sucks.
Because you were just in the garage going through your stuff, not throwing it away.
Yeah, I did throw bags of stuff away. 2 bags of stuff.
And you still have 2 bins at least where I was like, what's all this? Throw it away. And you were like, well, I want to go through it one more time.
I gotta go through it comfortably. There's a process to getting rid of things.
And there's not. I go, look at that bin. It's been
Keep-
sitting there for 2 years and I haven't gone in it once. Guess what? Chuck the whole thing.
I have gone in that bin though.
But have you actually got anything out of the bin?
Well, yeah,
Did you put it back in the same bin?
I did because it didn't really have another place to go.
Well, see, that's your problem.
That's a longer story. Organization. It's like tools and stuff. And I had like a baby toolbox, and then I had a bunch of other stuff around it because I'm too cheap to buy a toolbox, like a nice toolbox. So I had all this stuff that was just sort of gathering and collecting in like random storage bins. And finally I was like, I can't do this anymore. I had this like little 23-inch wide or maybe 26-inch wide by 45-inch high Stanley tool chest that I bought probably 15 years ago that adequately fit the tools that I owned as a young guy with no place to store anything. And then as we started getting older, we started building more stuff and doing more stuff, and I started getting more tools, but I never really had a place to put it all. So it was just like piling up in whatever place that I could put it. And finally I adulted like last weekend and bought a real tool bench with
You've been
almost-
complaining for years that you need a good tool bench. And
I
I'm
know,
like,
but I didn't
buy
really know
one.
what I wanted. I didn't really know what I wanted, so I kept.
That's
looking
the
and
other
looking and
thing.
looking.
As hard as it is for you to get rid of stuff, is just as hard to get you to
Ugh,
buy
I
stuff you
know.
need.
I know.
Where I'm like, oh, look at that. That's pretty. Bought.
Yeah. I don't know. Big purchase stuff. I'm like, man, I don't want to spend a bunch of money.
But that's
on
not a
something
big
gonna-
purchase because that's like a use everyday thing. So it's really actually kind of cheap.
I know, but
when
if I'm spending more than $200 on something, I want to think.
if you're
about it.
spending more than $50 on something,
Can we go 100? Can we meet halfway?
sure,
All right,
but it's still 50.
it's 100.
Not 200. No, it's 50. Anyways, who's most likely to lose their keys? You. And my keys. You lose yours and mine. All the time. You lost my mail key. I can't even get the mail anymore.
I don't even know.
You
how
thought that was
happened.
going to stop Amazon from coming?
You know what?
Nope.
I thought that happened. That happened the day we went to the sunflower farm.
Mm-hmm.
I took the Jeep key off so we could bring it.
Great. So my
And
key is now in
then-
the sunflower farm.
Yeah, maybe.
That's why you have to take your keys and stop touching my keys.
But we took your car that had your.
But there's
key.
2 sets of keys. Don't rely on my keys and take your own. Because you lose
Anywho,
mine and you lose
So
yours.
yes, I am more likely to lose keys,
It just, that was a
Whoever-
bad question.
whoever they may be.
Who's most likely to win a reality TV show competition?
It depends on
Me.
what that reality TV show competition is.
No, it'd be me.
What?
You're too nice. If it came to a reality TV show competition, everyone's going to think I'm their best friend, but I'm scheming. I'm in it to
Like, are
win
you
it.
talking like Survivor?
We just finished saying that I cheat for fun.
Are you like Survivor?
I mean, games, not
I was like, whoa. Okay.
in games.
Are you talking like Survivor level? Are you talking like?
Sure. I would
what's
win.
What's the greatest race? What are they? What is it?
Amazing Race. I think I
don't
would. I
think
could
so.
win that one.
What about Fear Factor? Remember that?
Yes.
I don't think that's a thing. anymore.
It's not, and
I don't think I could do that. I think
I think I would.
you would have a better chance than I would, like eating spiders and shit. I don't like a live humongous spider just eating it. I couldn't.
Well,
fucking
I
do
wouldn't
that.
go on a game that required me to eat a giant spider.
Okay.
Maybe I'd just break the legs off.
So like in a
it.
manipulation game, like
Survivor?
Survivor, I think you would.
I would
win.
totally win.
But like Amazing Race, where it's just all about getting shit done and doing like physical tasks and stuff.
I totally would win.
No, you
What are you
wouldn't.
talking about? I'm amazing at racing.
and racing.
Okay, I'm horrible at racing. But
And this is the amazing race, like the most amazing of all races.
you know why I would lose that one though? Because sometimes they do like these weird math puzzle stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm horrible at that because that's not like
Well, then sometimes they do shit like, oh, you got to bungee jump off this 1,000-foot fucking thing, and you're like, no, no
Woo!
way, bullshit.
now I would. I'm a firewalker, damn it. I would jump off that building.
Oh boy, we're gonna test that.
I'm gonna do it.
You see your face. It was like, oh, we're gonna test that. Oh,
I'm
maybe not.
I'm gonna do it. You'll see. Or here. All right, let's just pick one more question and then
Okay.
we'll call it good.
Cool.
I wonder how many questions there are. There are 100 questions. We were at like 65. Give me a number between 65 and 100.
74.
74. You know what? I was going to say 74 too. Who's most likely to shop for holiday gifts at the last minute? You.
Boom! I
Like
do it all
literally
the time.
Christmas Eve. Gotta go to the store at
Hey, I'll
6
be right
p.m.
back.
on Christmas Eve.
Yep.
Gotta get a gift.
And then I look at my youngest.
And then we
and be
wonder
like,
why my
"Hey."
gifts are like 50-50.
And then my youngest was like, "Dad, you need me to go to the store with you?" I'm like, "Yeah, kind of."
Yeah, she's a good gift giver.
She's super good, and she keeps track of shit like all year. I don't know how she does it, but she'll tell me, "Oh, Dad, you know what Mom wanted back in like February," and I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" She's like, "Yeah, you remember we were here and we did this and we were talking about that." And Mom said, "Oh my God, it'd be cool if
So basically,
That's-
you're saying my bad gifts are my own fault
some of them."
because I didn't say I wanted anything that year. It's on. I'll make sure Corey knows
Yeah,
what
but
I
some
want.
of them, or you just said like, "Oh, it'd be cool if we had that." Didn't mean I actually wanted it. It would just be cool.
Right.
So sometimes there's failures there, and not Corey's fault. She remembers cool shit. Most of the time, she's really good though.
Question number
fact, all the
82.
time, she's
Who's
really
most
good.
likely to shop at Target? Is that even really a question?
That's a question.
Duh. Both of us.
But who's more likely to shop at Walmart?
You. I
Yeah.
don't like Walmart.
I'll go there quick.
Who's most likely
Like,
to
I
walk
need that
around the
phone.
house naked?
You.
Me.
You know.
You yell at me for that all the time.
Well, I mean, let's make something clear. Not that I'm object to it. We have 3 large sliding glass doors that face neighbors.
But they can't see me from that far away. And if they can, I probably look amazing that far away.
It's still not okay for your neighbors to be seeing you cruising around naked.
I mean, I'm not naked. I'm usually only top naked or bottom naked, or sometimes in my underwear. Most of the time in my underwear.
Right.
So it's not, most of the time it looks like I'm in a bikini. And from that far away, it looks amazing. If they were like right up on, like in here, they'd be like, oh, it's not as cute as I thought. It'd be different.
Like that whole LL thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that kiss wasn't
Yeah,
as
see?
good as I thought it might
They
be.
should have stayed at their house
Should've
looking
stayed-
through the window.
Should have stayed home with the fantasy.
Put the binoculars down.
Yep,
You're
leave the
gonna
hall
get
pass.
disappointed.
Leave the hall pass. You don't have to hold it.
Yeah.
If you're wasting your hall pass to come on over here,
Yeah.
let me tell you something.
Anyways, that's a good one to end it on. The nakedness.
That was pretty good.
All right then. See you guys.
Alrighty.
Episode 3. We're gonna talk about building a queen size bed and how that went.
That was a good time. And we'll talk about that next time on 20 to Life. Thanks for joining.
Bye.